Hello, what is up, YouTube? It's been a while. Sorry about that. It's just that I've been pretty busy, and well, I'm trying to make um, for my future um, as well because I don't want Pokemon to be my everything. And over the past few days, I've started to realize it, and that's why I've decided that I shouldn't upload that much Pokemon because I want to still think about my career in music. So, what I'm gonna do here is show you a battle that I had today. I had it in the morning. Um, so here's a New Year's battle for you if you want to think of it that way. So, looking at his team, let's get into battle. So, I see his Megazard, Volcarona, and then all the rest of his team. So right now, I'm thinking, well, the Garchomp could be a Sash Lead. He could lead off with his Gastrodon because that could also get up rocks. He could lead off with T-Tar just to get the weather up. But he probably wouldn't lead off with Zard. But based on the fact that he's got a T-Tar, I'm thinking that it's probably Zard X. But if you're as you're going to see in the first battle, first turn, it's actually going to be quite different from what I expected. So let's go into it. He's going to lead off with his Zard, which I completely did not expect, just because um, it probably would have been nicer for him to keep it in the back, just to keep me always on the edge, getting really paranoid about what kind of Zard it is. And he actually reveals his Zard Y, which I wasn't expecting, but now that I see it, it does make sense because that the sun would definitely help with Volcarona. Um, but in either case, I'm gonna protect just because I want to Mega Evolve and get the speed boost, and then I can U-turn out. I don't lose anything by doing it. He reveals Heat Wave, so that's interesting. I guess he wanted to choose that over Flamethrower. So now I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna hard switch into Latios. I know I'm gonna take quite a bit of damage, but since the fire move is really obvious, um, and he can overpredict and predict me to go to Suicune, I'm gonna just go into Latios since it'll also absorb the Solar Beam. So as you're gonna see, it does almost half. It does 43%. Now I know that he is going to definitely try to switch out to something that can take a Draco um, since his Zard Y is gonna take a crap load of damage from that. It won't kill though, even though I am Specs Latios, probably because I'm running Timid over Modest Nature. But um, I know he's not going to go to Gastro just because he doesn't want to take that much damage. So I know he's going to go to T-Tar because of that. And I'm going to go into Clefable because that'll give me an opportunity to set up my rocks. And the rocks are really important because they take care of Zard Y and Volcarona. Now he's going to go for what the heck is that move called? Rock Slide. He misses the second time and allows me to get a Moonlight up. Um, I don't care if it gets 25% health back. I just wanted health back. So based on that damage, I thought that I could take it a little bit better than my theory Landorus did. And the thing that's unique about this Landorus is that it's not your typical Landorus. It's actually a Jolly Scarf. 248 speed, I think 8 in special defense, and the rest, and the max H, not max HP, max attack. And it's got, but it still has the same standard Scarf uh, moves. So it's got the U-turn, the EQ, the knockoff, Stone Edge, etc. So I take it a little bit worse than I thought, but I know so here I'm gonna go for the U-turn because I honestly don't lose anything. Um, Even if he stays in with T-Tar, it's gonna take a crapload of damage, and if he switches out to the Mandibuzz, which I think he was possibly gonna do, that's okay as well because with the Stealth Rocks all as well, that combination is going to do maybe 50% around there, and it leaves him with a little bit less than I thought, but that's okay. So here I wanted to pressure him into going into T-Tar, and I thought, well, I have double switched before, so he might predict me to over-predict. So I'm going to stay in and go for the Draco. And honestly, this was, he should have switched out either way, because um, if he loses this Mandibuzz, then he loses his only debogger, which means he has no way of getting rid of the Stealth Rocks, which are quite important, especially in regards to my opponent. Um, but he decides to lose it, which is a major choke in my opinion, and that's gonna be really great for me. So at this point, I honestly don't care that Latios is gonna die. I had a feeling that this T-Tar could be scarfed, but there's also a chance it just might be a smooth run variant. And the reason why I say it might be scarfed is because he reveals Pursuit here, and I have seen some scarfers that do run Pursuit, but that's okay. And here, I don't know entirely if this is a choicer or not, so I'm gonna just go into Bisharp to pressure him to see if he wants to stay in, because Bisharp cannot kill, and he could always try to stay in and go for the EQ and try to take it out, since Bisharp does do a nasty amount to his team, which is why I'm going to double out to Lando, especially because I can get the Intimidate as well if he is going to stay in. And now he goes into the Zard Y for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. Just because just because if I go for the knockoff or the Iron Head or something, he is gonna lose his Zard Y. Not to mention he is playing a bit of a mind game if he's banking on me going for a Sucker Punch and then it goes for Roost. So I mean, it's just there are other ways to deal with it instead of trying to be that kind of mind game person. And I don't personally I don't like to do the mind games, just because even if you are a great predictor and you can predict everything, sometimes you just don't get it right, and you gotta bank on like the risk versus reward of that. So, anyways, I'm gonna lose my Lando because I don't care anymore. And I'm gonna go to V-Drill just because a poison job on anything is pretty much okay with me. He's gonna lose his Zard Y, so that's pretty nice, since now he doesn't have Sun support. So I'm gonna go for the Protect just because I wanted to see what he's got. Because yeah, he's gonna go for the Scald, so that's okay. Plus, I also wanted to drown out the Sun turns, which is more important to me. So he's going to go for EQ after I U-turn out. So he's got Scald, EQ, Recover. I don't know what his last move slot though is. Now here I thought he's bringing in his Garchomp. He already revealed that his Mega is the Zard Y, so I'm thinking, well, the best he can do is EQ. But here he actually surprises me because as you'll see, he has the Iron Head, and that threw me off completely because I thought, well, I'm just gonna destroy him with the Moon Blast. But he gets the flinch, unfortunately, which sucks a lot. So I'm just gonna leave it in because I don't want it to do any damage. Plus, it's Life Orb, so I don't want it to get any good hit on me. So I'm gonna go in for the U-turn, deliver a lot of damage so that it'll weaken it quite a bit. Then go into my Crocoon because I know it can take any hit. I know he's probably gonna go for another EQ, so I'm gonna set up a Calm Mind because he's gonna die to Life Orb anyway. And what this will do is this will pressure him to go into his Gastrodon, because I know that he probably doesn't want to go into Volcarona, unless he might be Life Orb or something, but even then he doesn't want to, because I could probably take a hit with plus 1 special defense and plus 1 special attack, and then take out the Volcarona since it'll be at half HP thanks to the rocks. And as you're going to see here, he goes into his Gastro. I'm going to go for the rest because I do have the pressure ability, so he is going to have to switch out once he's going to realize that he cannot possibly PP stall me. But in the meantime, I'm just going to sleep talk, burn some turns, let him do whatever the heck he wants because it doesn't matter. And then I think I go for another, and I get 2 Calm Minds, which is really nice. Now here no, it's not here. The next turn, I believe he is going to switch out to his T-Tar. And I was really confused by why he would do that. Because, I mean, it's a Suicune with Scald. Come on. But as you're going to see, he's going to live the Scald. And based on that, I don't know, maybe it's Assault Vest? I don't know. But he reveals Dragon Tail, which tells me that he would probably want to do that just to phase me out. But that's okay, because now I'm thinking, do I want to play the mind game or do I not want to? And what I'm going to do is just go for the knockoff because I don't want him sweeping me. So I'm just going to go for the knockoff as a safe play, because then I can go in with my Mega Beedrill and just wreck him with I think a Poison Jab or maybe a Drill Run, and that should be able to take him out. So I really don't lose anything by letting my 5-sharp go. And he does try to play the mind game, but I'm going to go for the knockoff and take it out. Now, unfortunately, the Flame Body activates and burns me, but that doesn't matter because all he has is his Gastrodon. And I just want to get the leftovers off anyway. And he actually reveals the Ringdo Berry. I had to look it up, but the Ringdo Berry actually it halves the damage of super effective grass moves. So here I'm going to go for Protect, because I want to burn as many turns as I can, because it essentially comes down to the PP stall here. So I'm going to go for a U-turn, do a nice 40%, then I'm going to go into Suicune. And at this point, it is a PP stall war, so, but thanks to the pressure ability, I will be able to win. So here, I'm just going to keep Calm Minding up. Honestly, I should have just gone for the Scald, because if it does end up into a point where he does struggle, I'd be helping him more if I just kept refilling his HP with Scald. So I'd rather refill his HP with his ability. Actually, no. What am I saying? Actually, its ability is Storm Drain. And I forgot about that. I thought that his ability was the Water Absorb. So, so that was my thought process right there. So it's actually better that I didn't go for Scald at that point. I should have just gone for Calm Mind over and over and over. And at this point, he does forfeit. So, because he realizes that he cannot possibly win a stall war, especially since I do have my Mega Beedrill in the back as well. So once I get him into struggling, I can take him out with my Mega Beedrill and just win the game. So that'll be the game for today. I don't know when I will be uploading again. I do have one really good battle saved in the back, so I might upload that later. But as for now, don't expect many uploads from me because I don't want Pokemon to basically become my addiction, because I'm realizing that the more I play Pokemon, the more I get paranoid and the more I get crazy about it. So I'm trying to not become addicted to it. So try to understand the fact that I'm not uploading as much. But in any case, it's always a pleasure to narrate these battles for you. Hopefully I'm getting a little bit better. I don't really feel that well today, so if I sounded sick, then sorry about that. But in any case, thank you for watching. Leave a like, drop a comment or anything. Tell me what I could have done, what I shouldn't have done. But yeah.